intimacy and a desire to express one's own feeling to another person is a desire of every living being. What do I mean by this? The foundation of a compatible intimacy is a compatible personality. In this video, we are going to look at 7 advice that will enhance your relationship. Are you married? Are you engaged? Are you on a set of getting into a relationship? Or are you having a breakup right now? Or are you just tired of changing from one relationship to another? This video is the best option for you, because in this video, we are going to highlight 7 good advice that will help you on your journey to finding a true, stable, and a lasting relationship. And this is not just something that is being said or just gathered from different places. Some of these things are something that I have experienced, and some of these places are places that I've fallen and I have learned, and then advice is very crucial based on experience. So the first question is, why do you need a relationship? By the way, if this is your first time here, I'd like to say thank you for joining us. I'm Pastor Samuel, and it is important for you to subscribe to this channel, because from time to time we come together and discuss life enhancement event, things that will help us to overcome challenges that affect our life into places such as relationship. So let's get into it. First of all, the question I want to ask you is, why do you need a relationship? It may sound funny, but it's very serious. Why do you need an intimate relationship? And the reason for this question is, without purpose, abuse is inevitable. They say when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. What does that mean? Until we know the value of a thing, we can never maximize its potentials fully, such as relationship. Relationship, as good as it can be harmful and hurtful when value is not placed on it. So the value of a thing helps us to maximize its full potential. That's what I said. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. So the question is, why do you need a relationship? Why do you need an intimate relationship? And we said the foundation of intimacy is a compatible personality. So, first of all, when we know why we need a relationship, why we need this person in our life, why we want to invite a person in our life, it helps us to maximize the value of the person's presence in our life. This is the reason why most of the time our presence get abused by people, or people's presence get abused by us, because we did not figure out, why do I need a relationship, or why do I need this person at this time? And one of the second thing that it helps us to do is, when we know the reason why we need the relationship, it helps us to determine the type of person to invite in our life and the type of person not to invite. Thank you for joining us. This is Pastor Samuel. If this is your first time here, kindly help us by clicking the subscription button so that you can be a support to this channel. Let's go into the real tips for today. 7 advice that will enhance or help you with a stable and long-lasting relationship. Number 1, I call the halo effect. What is the halo effect? The halo effect is the content is being accepted, the container before the content. Believe me, you and I will go into groceries or shops every day. Most of the time, 80% of the things that we buy, we are attracted by the container before the content. And this can be reflected on relationship. Most of the people that we fell in love with, even though today we place value on their inner beauty or their inner strength, but it first began with our first glance of them. When we saw them, we fell in love with them. That is the theory of halo effect. Halo effect says the face value or the first impressions plays greater role in accepting a thing or accepting the person. Thank you for joining us if this is your first time here. So when we talk about halo effect, it reflects on the first impression. So the first advice on the list is, if you are going to have a lasting and a stable relationship, after you shall have connected with this person, you have to remain chaseable. If you are a woman, believe me, when the guy was chasing you, there are certain ways you presented your personality. There are certain ways you carry yourself. So now that you are in a relationship with this person, the first advice for you would be remain chaseable. What does that mean? It does not mean that you should always keep distance, but it means you should keep improving your personality. The very personality the person fell for, you make sure you maintain or improve that personality, because people outgrow people. Either you outgrow this person or he or she outgrow you. So for you to maintain a stable, intimate relationship with this person, you have to stick to the type of characteristics or personality that you exhibit. A wise sayer says, for you to maintain your title, you have to renew your tactics. It is very important in relationship that we find people say, he's no longer the person I fell in love with. It's because you stop maintaining yourself, or you stop improving, or the person outgrow you. So the first advice is maintain your personality that the person fell for. It's, as a woman, I would say remain chaseable, because women are always being chased in a relationship. So second advice, adhere to a shared value. If you are going to create an intimate relationship, a lasting with a guy or a woman, you have to exhibit an interest in what they value the most. Now let me tell you how guys set their life. In the brain of a woman, there is one box. In the brain of a man, there are boxes. So men pursue their life goal vision based on stages. Example, a man will decide, at this time of my life, I'm going to pursue this. It doesn't mean he has abandoned every other thing, but it means that at this time, he has set a goal to achieve certain things, and that thing become the archetype of everything that he's running after. It could be you as a woman, you are the priority at this time. So he's going to do everything he can to chase you. Now, after he shall have gotten you, you become part of his life. For you to become a center of his life is to find out what next he's chasing. And when you find out what next he's chasing, be part of that thing, and then you will become a center of his life. Example, a man is having a business and you are a fiancé to him. If you are part of that business, automatically you become a center of his life, because everything that he's doing, you will be included. But if you exclude yourself from the things that he valued the most, there is a tendency that he's going to leave you outside of most of his planning. So for you to maintain a lasting and a strong, intimate relationship with this person, it is advisable for you to share interest in what he valued the most. So I say, have interest in what a person values. It could be on the other way around. As a male, for you to maintain a lasting relationship with a woman, you have to share value in what the person valued the most. It could be the person's career. It could be the person's passion. You have to show interest in what the person values. Number 3 on the list is open communication. Oh, this is very good. You know, in relationship, most of the time, women tend to believe the perception that if you love me, you must know what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking. But this can only hinder or create controversy in a relationship. If you love a guy and you are going through certain challenges, or you are feeling certain way in your life, you have to be able to open up in a communication that is very, very dialoguing. You are in a relationship with a person. The person is not clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is somebody who can see the future or the life of another person without it being told to them. So it's not everybody that have the extrasensory perception to know exactly what you're feeling, what you're thinking, or what is happening with you. So women make this error all of the time by not opening up to what they are going through, thinking that the person or the guy should know exactly what they are thinking, what they are feeling. My advice to you is always have open communication. Even the men, this can be a very hindering experience for me, because usually men are groomed to not to express their emotion. To be a man is to be strong and not to express their emotion. But women are always trained to express their emotion. So this can be very confusing in relationship, because the guy don't know how to express his emotion, but for the woman, she know how to express her emotion. So open communication can help. That's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is the art of sowing and reaping. In a relationship, everybody have a need. Because for a person to choose that I need a person in my life, it means there is an area in their life, there is a space in their life that they want that space to be occupied by another person. So if you are a woman, or if you are the man in the life of this woman or in the life of this man, it is not coincident that you have become part of his life. So the law of sowing and reaping says, do unto others as you expect them to do unto you. In as much as the man in the relationship is supposed to be certain level of provider, does not erase the fact that you as a woman, you cannot play a key role in his life. As a matter of fact, if you want to gain a ground in the life of a man or in the life of a woman, is to find a void, an empty space that you can occupy to be a help to them. Every one of us have weaknesses. Every one of us have areas that we need people to help us with. It could be that man that you see he's putting on so much masculinity and showing strength. There is a weakness in his life where he needs help. It could be that woman that is showing so much vibrancy. There is a weakness in her life that she needs strength. And when you find that loophole and connect yourself to it, that could be a way of creating a stability and a lasting intimacy. Tip number 3, be able to manage change in a positive manner. Believe me, change is inevitable. One of the chaos in relationship is the inability to handle change, because you have to believe that people will change over time. Either positively or negatively, people will change and people have to change, because change is imminent. People are always evolving. So having the concept or the expectation of change when you are entering in the relationship give you a vital or an ample way of handling when change occurs. You can say you change. Of course, people will have to change. But what's your ability to handle change can transform this relationship to a very unique one. So change is inevitable. One of the ways that we can handle or maintain a lasting relationship is to be able to adjust to change. Change is inevitable. It could be positive, it could be negative. But our ability to adjust and transform change can transform the relationship and make it lasting, a lasting intimacy. Now we also look at that was the 5th area, managing change. So the 6th area is patience. Patience is a key. When it comes to patience, it's not just being patient for the person to gain money, but being patient with one another is a vital key that creates lasting intimacy in a relationship. Patience to grow, patience to be educated, be teachable. It requires patience to train people. Let me take you back in the Garden of Eden. I love the saying that a pastor always says that God will never give a man a complete woman. And that doesn't mean that a woman in your life is not whole. But what that means is, as a male, when God brings somebody into your life as a woman, when God brings a woman into your life, it is vital, no matter how much developed they have been, you as a male ought to create an extra development in their life, in the sense that you be a part of their growing process. That means if a woman comes into your life, there must be an improvement. The preacher also said that if the woman in your life has no improvement since the day the person came into your life, it means that you are not playing your manly role. And I believe with him so far. I believe with him. And it's not limited to male. As a woman, you play a vital role in the transitioning or transforming of the life of a man in your life. As a matter of fact, the Bible says in 1 Peter that by their attitude, even though the men could not read or accept the word of God, but by their attitude, they were able to transform or change their life just by the way they behave. So, how can you affect the life of a person positively? Change requires patience. You have to be patient with the person if the person is not responding to change. In the heart of every man or every woman, there is a unique personality we all wanted to be with. But when life does not bring that person to you, and the person that has come into your life is not exactly as the one you expected, then it becomes a life goal journey to help this person grow to be the type of person you want them to be. This is what it says: marriage or relationship is not the combination of two perfect people, but is the acceptance of two half people that have chosen to grow together. So in the process of growing together, patience is very important. The next one is compassion. Oh, I love to talk about this. Compassion. One of the key that will create a stable and a lasting relationship is compassion. Listen, every human being is a soul that is longing for fulfillment. So when you find yourself in the life of a person, or the person, you become a part of the life of a person, that person is a soul striving for fulfillment. So see yourself as, how can I be a help to this person in their way to becoming fulfilled? Compassion is very important in maintaining a stable or exhibiting a stable and lasting relationship. Compassion will help you to feel empathy. Compassion will help you to put yourself in the shoe of another person. That's empathy. Compassion will help you to forgive when things go wrong. Compassion will help you to say, I'm sorry. Compassion will help you to see things from different perspective, to see things from another person's perspective. Compassion in relationship help to resolve most of the issues that could have escalated to a greater problem. If both parties can have compassion on one another, this can resolve most of the problem. Compassion will lead to forgiveness, I said. Be positive and using the right lenses. This can help in the area of shifting your focus from seeing the person's weaknesses to seeing the strength of your partner. Relationship is not a combination of two perfect people, I said. So, do not dwell your attention on the negativity of the person, but rather focus your attention on the strength of this person. I love to say, if you keep searching for something, you will find it. So, but the reason why most of the time we go into relationship, searching for the person's negativity instead of searching for the person's strength, is because of the past experiences. And every time we use our past experiences as a lens to view the person in our life, we always see the wrong, because our past experiences are beta and negative. So when we go into relationship with these lenses, everything we see will be wrong. Imagine a woman will be in a relationship thinking that, watching out for the next move that a man will do, or a man in a relationship, because he's been hurt, he's watching out for the things that the person will do next. The moment the person makes one error, he say, I said it. The moment he makes one error, she say, I said it. I knew this was going to happen. You are using your past experiences as the lenses to view this new relationship, and the end result is always going to be negative. So if you are going to transform your relationship to a lasting and a stable one, you have to stop using the measurement of your past relationship as a lens to view this new relationship that God has given to you. And this is going to be a bonus. Lastly, keep the third party as third party in your relationship. There is a saying that says, women keep women single. And this is very true. 100%. Women keep women single. Most of the time when a woman is in a relationship that is doing well, you will find out that 80% of our friends will not be happy with that relationship. Not all of them. There will be some that are very good towards, that will be positive towards her positivity relationship. But there will be a lot of friends in that same circle that will not be happy because women keep women single. Women keep women single. So if you are in a relationship, keep the third party as a third party. Not all of your issues you will run and tell your friends how things are going on within the relationship. Learn to have open communication with your partner. So let me just go over some of the things that we discussed before we will look at taking some of the questions. We talk about halo effect, first impression. We say as a woman, remain chaseable. When the guy was chasing you, there's a certain way that you used to carry yourself. Even in the middle of the relationship, always maintain yourself, improve, because people outgrow people. We also talk about share value. If you want to have a stable relationship, you have to have similar value. Because most of the time, love does not keep the relationship. It is the purpose, the reasons behind why we are here that help sometimes to keep relationship even when love is about to fail. This is the reason why I ask the question, why do you need a relationship? That must be a very primary question before starting a relationship, because that question, the answer can help you even when love disappears. The reason can still help you to maintain the relationship when all emotions are wiped away, because love is emotion and emotion is chemical. That's how people define it, but actually love is not emotion. Love is a decision that is maintained by consistency. So if the emotion is being wiped away, what can hold the relationship? That is the answer to your why. We also talk about open communication. This is vital. This is important. If you are going to have a stable and lasting relationship, you have to exhibit the art of open communication. Be open up. Don't assume. No assumption. Most of the time, ladies love to assume. I assume that you know what I'm feeling. No, he is not clairvoyance. It's not everybody that have extrasensory perception to know what you're going through or what you're feeling. Be patient with one another. We talk about that. Exhibit the habit of managing change positively. People will change, so you have to be prepared for change in a relationship. We say have compassion on one another. Compassion will help you with the areas of forgiveness and the ability of resolution of conflict resolution. Compassion will help you. And we talk about be positive. Do not use your past experiences as a lens for this new relationship that God has given you, because your past experiences will only reflect negativity on this person that God has brought to you. So always keep your past away from the present relationship. It will help you to manage what is going on within your relationship and to help you create a stable intimacy. We say keep third party as third parties. Well, that's how we come to the end of today's live. Let's take some questions. And listen. Hello. And where are you from? What is your name? Please talk in Urdu. Please. I cannot speak Urdu, but you can watch it live later. Hello. All right, that was a beautiful one. If this is your first time here, again, we say thank you for watching us. This is how we come to the life of today. We talk about a relationship and 7 advice that will enhance, create a stable relationship. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time, please hit the subscription button, like, and leave your comment below. Bye-bye. See you next time.